Hello, this is the tradesight U.S. stocks and futures market preview for the week beginning Monday, the 22nd of December 2014, ending Friday the 26th. It's a disruptive week. We'll talk about that in a moment. Here's a look first at the dollar index on the ES, that's the S&P E-mini daily chart front month futures contract. Notice this, after selling off sharply for the better part of a week, including Monday and Tuesday of this last week, Wednesday the market rallied back. Thursday there was a big day up. There were some gaps that you don't see here on the futures chart. Friday continued to rally and pulled back a bit because it was triple expiration. But look where the high was on Friday. It's to the tick, the risk line of that 13 sell signal. It's the pink line right there. It's pretty technical action for the market, of course. So here's a look at the S&P cash index. We did gap up, but you don't even see it as well there. You see it better here on the NASDAQ side. There's the NDX 100. You can see the big gap up Thursday. So most of that move was a gap up. Friday, again, we gapped up and then held. So even though we'd hit below 4,100 at the close on Tuesday, we rallied all the way back to 4,300 at the high on Friday. But most of that was not tradable on the long side because of the gaps. Here's the SOX, it's the semiconductor index. Here's the biotech index, closed at new highs for the year. Stocks like Google actually did about the same. They had broken the new lows here at breakdown under the inverted cup and handle formation and then rallied back late in the week. Here's a look at Apple. Held up much better because it's been stronger this year. The VIX had a spike almost up to 26 this week, but ended up pulling back. Oil reversed. If you look at this week, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days back, didn't really go anywhere. Didn't make any new lows really, except for maybe Monday. It was basically a flat week in oil finally between the 55 and 59 level, closing at 57.13, which is still great. I filled up at the pump this week for $2.19 a gallon on the middle gas. That's pretty amazing. Here's the gold closed. Nothing new here. I mean, nothing specific showing in that chart. All right, so let's look at the intraday action for the week and look at that in 10-minute bars just to see what happened. And again, some gaps, so this wasn't tradable like you'd like to see it tradable. Gapped up Monday, filled the gap, got a reciprocal move to the downside, came back to the VWAP, closed slightly negative. Tuesday gapped down, rallied up, filled the gap, and more, came back, closed at the lows of the day. That was also the low of the week. Wednesday gapped up, never filled that gap, kept going, bounced off the VWAP several times and came back up to the highs of the week for the close. Thursday, big gap up, never looked back, tried to break into it once and couldn't get there, closed significantly higher. Friday was triple expiration. We knew we weren't going anywhere, basically didn't until late in the day, and then we still gave it back. Here's a look at the NQ side. Looks about the same. So nothing special to show about this week. It was interesting. We definitely had some range, 220 points from the high to low on the NASDAQ side. But, you know, a couple of days with some gaps that weren't great. And I thought Thursday was the better trading day of the week. Maybe Tuesday was all right as well. Friday we knew was going to be dead because of expiration. All right, so where does that lead us to this week? Well, this is the week of Christmas, and next week is a mirror of this. So here's how this works. Monday and Tuesday, we have full days in the market. Doesn't mean everybody's going to be around. A lot of people are gone already for the long. They take the next 2 weeks off. So volume is going to drop. We'll be watching that volume number. We're past options expiration. So Monday is the start of a new options cycle. So I wouldn't expect anything miraculous out of Monday. We've got existing home sales 30 minutes in. Tuesday maybe is the best chance for any excitement for the week, if any. Durable orders, GDP's third look from the third quarter, FHFA, housing price index, that's the HPI. Michigan sentiment, personal income and spending, PCE prices, and new home sales all in the first hour. That's probably the chance where if there's going to be a move, we'll see it because it is a full trading day. Wednesday is Christmas Eve. It's a half day. We mostly won't even be here. I might show up for the first hour at best. MBA mortgage index, initial and continuing jobless claims, crude oil inventories, natty gas, all packed into that day because the markets are closed on Thursday. It's a bank holiday. Stocks are closed. We got a half day Wednesday for Christmas Eve. Everything's closed on Thursday. And then we head into Friday, where we have a full day, but it's a full day wedged in between Christmas and a weekend. Nobody's around. Everybody's done for the year. In terms of picks on the reports, we will have them for Monday and Tuesday. Nothing for the half day Wednesday. Nothing for the market being closed on Thursday. Nothing in the report for Friday, which is that wedged in day. I will show up and try to see if I can find anything in the first 2 hours or so to call intraday, but again, I don't expect there to be much. You're going to be surprised at how bad the volume is. And then the following week is going to be a mirror of that. We've got Monday and Tuesday with some action maybe. Wednesday is a full day next week because the last day of the year, New Year's Eve, cannot be a half day. It has to be a full day. So New Year's Eve is a full day. Doesn't usually mean that anybody's around just because it's a full day. They just do that because it used to take time to settle out end of year trades. It doesn't anymore. They should make it a half day at best. Thursday, the markets will be closed for New Year's. Friday is that day that's going to be, it is the first day of the year. I'll be around for the morning, but it's still wedged between a big holiday and a weekend. Nobody's coming back for that. So everything's going to start back up again January 5th. But we'll be here Monday and Tuesday with some calls the next 2 weeks. And I'll be around the mornings other than that just to see what's going on. Everybody have a great holiday if you don't check in. And charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. We'll be in the lab helping you make some money if there's anything to do. Have a great holiday season. Great week.